Well, here we go, people. It's you and me. I'm happy to be here with all of you in this freaking, what we're living in? Insane asylum. A place where, again, what they're doing is trying to tell you what you're seeing, what you're feeling is not real. It's no surprise, I don't think, to anyone that follows this blog here. You guys can hear me 5 by 5. I hope so. Anyway, look, so this is my post-market wrap up on Monday, December 16th, 2024. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, let's just start with this freaking freak show of a market. I do not have a printout of the closing numbers, but the Nasdaq did close again at another record. This is astonishing. Actually, not really, because this guy and you have discussed for quite a long time how tech is the place to be. Why has Greg been building his position in JEPQ for a while now? And I've been telling all of you exactly what I'm doing and why. What you have to understand is what's being priced in here is much lower rates. Tech benefits from in this case, an incredibly suppressed environment with regard to rates here, and obviously currency devaluation. So we're going to see more of this moving forward. And there's something else I want to talk with you about, which I've mentioned before, and I'm going to show you something interesting in just a little bit. But what you can expect is foreign investment. Does this sound familiar to you? Foreign investment in the U.S. market to skyrocket. Again, why? Not only is this an environment of extremes, and I'm talking about with regard to artificially suppressed rates, currency devaluation, a wipeout of the middle class, period. And it's not going to stop. But the fact that all they're talking about now, deregulation, is going to bring more companies back here. And there's a game that's SoftBank, just for an example. Did you hear about what happened today and the big announcement today with SoftBank and Trump and the $100 billion? We're going to talk more about you. SoftBank, does that ring a bell to you? It really should, because this institution has been caught in scandal after scandal after scandal, fraudulent activity. But this is the company we want here in the United States. SoftBank is coming here or putting this $100 billion investment in the United States because of deregulation. They can do whatever they want, you see, when you, and this doesn't just go for SoftBank. When you go into any financial institution and they hand you like what looks like a book of disclosures that you have to sign, basically it means that you're signing everything over to them. They can do whatever they want to do, and you're screwed if they screw you. So you're going to see more of that too. Understand, this is a nightmare. I understand that deregulation in a free market is really a good thing, and I get that. All right. But there has to be parameters in anything in life, because otherwise you end up in a nightmare scenario, which you'll bail out anyway, just like a wait. You understand? I think you got it. Anyway, look, so record high here for the NASDAQ, mixed with gold and silver today. Bitcoin broke over 107,000 earlier today, pretty much higher across the board. For my lions out here, I got a little surprise for you. Are you ready to hear what it is? Because I keep getting this. Missed the boat. This is nothing. As the world, not just the United States, which is leading the way into the new tokenized system, everyone knows we're getting it here. You understand? As other nations start to, Donald Trump today, our illustrious one, the chosen one, today, I have it here. Let me read that to you. He's talking about, again, adding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, plural, to the strategic reserve. Other nations are going to follow suit. Do you think that's bullish or bearish for cryptocurrency, for those of you that still hate it and think Greg is wrong? Greg was wrong at 7,000. He was wrong at 10. He was wrong at 20 and 40 and 30 and 60 and 75 and 80 and 90 and 100 and 105. Greg is still wrong. I love you guys and girls, man, but I'm trying to help you out. Now, look, this is a projection here with regard to the MMRI. I know a lot of you are paying attention to this, and I appreciate that. It's for you guys and girls. But this is where I believe we are going. This is going out several months here. Again, we're going to hear from the super illustrious Federal Reserve, and they're gonna continue to artificially suppress rates. We know that. Let me read something to you before we move forward. This is in your inbox, and it's absolutely fantastic news. I want to cover this because it's just beautiful. We got a joint announcement between the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security today. They got together, they've completed their investigation, and they want you to know something. So I'm just going to read this to you. So, breaking: despite these drones invading restricted airspace, including military installations, causing shutdowns of airports, including military air bases, the FBI and the DHS just made this statement. Are you ready? At this point, we have not identified any basis for believing that there is any criminal activity involved, that there is no national security threat, and that there are not any particular public safety threat, or that there is a malicious foreign actor involved in these drones. They don't know where they're coming from still. That's what they're telling us. Okay. Now, earlier today, and this is, look, I had no idea of this. Zero. Okay. But people are writing to me, hey, Greg, these things are spraying people. They're spraying. I said, okay, well, send me any kind of proof, whatever you're seeing out there. Well, I got slammed with this. Apparently, there's a lot of videos of like what looks like a beam, not just across the sky, but coming straight down. You've seen them. I mean, it's an incredible thing coming right out of these drones. And a friend of mine who I love, I know since I'm a kid, I trust this guy, told me, well, he lives in Jersey, and he's seen it with his own eyes. Some of these things are spraying. But there's no national security threat. It's just, what's really funny is, look, and maybe it's not too funny, but what we know is our airspace is clearly not secure with whatever's going on here. Above our homes, these things are flying over our neighborhoods. 3 right here that I seen in Florida, Bradenton, right behind my house, 1 practically on freaking top of it. Okay. I didn't see it spraying nothing. I just witnessed it, very freaking loud, looked kind of big, judging from the trees that are back there. I don't know. But again, look, this is an incredible thing to see. This is how stupid they think you are. They want you to go back to sleep. If you wake up, well, you're not supposed to do that. But obviously, this is a grand deception. Who's surprised about this grand deception? Everything is a grand deception. Look here, don't look over there. It's an incredible thing. But that's kind of where we're going. Now, on the back of this whole thing, you're going to crack up on this one. Are you ready? This is today. Drone stocks are surging. Make it up, man. Make it up. You can't. Anyway, this was on some, so Bitcoin surging. This was at 106, but it went up past 107 here. On new comments by the illustrious one. We'll call Trump the illustrious one from now on. All right. At least he's got the guts to speak out on this. Where's freaking freak show creature, vomitous puke Kamala, and the other thing that doesn't know if he's dead or alive, Biden? At least Trump is coming out and he's saying, there's something wrong here. Okay, from a former president, soon to be again. I think this carries some weight to it. So let's give credit where credit's due. But no, everything is the FBI, the freaking FBI, the freaking Homeland Security, whatever the freak its name is here. They need to resign here. We're being lied to, and what are people doing? You see, the thing is, they know they're being lied to. People are used to it. Tell us this is a military exercise. You know what people would do? They'd go out and they'd wave their American flag. People, look, let me tell you something. If they came out and told us the truth, let's say this is a military exercise, and they said, okay, people of the United States, we're going to be performing, there's going to be some strange lights in the sky. We're trying to keep America safe here. This is our military here. So when you see these things, they got your best interest in mind, true or not. I guarantee you people would be outside and, look at our military out there. They got our back. Right now, again, we're being kept in the dark. We're like mushrooms. They feed you SHIT and they keep you in the dark. That's what they think we are. We're nothing but we're like vegetables to them. We're a means to an end. You understand? But it's just an incredible thing. It really, really is. So anyway, hats off to Trump at least telling us there's something wrong. But anyway, uh, Trump's comments really did spark a little boost here on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies about, again, stating they're still not whoever, they're not telling us how this is going to be funded. All right. There's still talk of selling U.S. gold reserves, which is the more bizarre than these lights in the street outside out there, selling those to pay for it. If that actually, first of all, I don't know if we have any gold. Maybe you guys and girls have a better perspective than me on this. Do we have gold? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, Mnuchin, actually under Trump, told us the gold is still there. You remember that whole thing? The gold, did he see it? I think he actually went to Fort Knox. Did he go there? I forgot that. What's my favorite guitar strings? Ernie Ball Super Slinkies, the nines. Those are my favorites, by the way. Anyway, so Mnuchin said that the gold is still there, and we got to take his word for it. It's still there. Anyway, so that's that whole thing here. Now, this is the thing with SoftBank here. SoftBank CEO and Trump announced $100 billion investment. Let's not forget, SoftBank plunges after multiple scandals here. This WeWork scandal, fraudulent transfers of cash before the bankruptcy of WeWork, of course. And in 2022, they defrauded investors with regard to loans that were being sold. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of company I think that we want here in the United States, but they all do it. I get that they all do it, but this is being played up as it's the second coming now, because it's a company is this investment institution is going to start putting cash to work in the United States. It's going to help all of us. It's going to, right? Make it up. You can't do it. Anyway, look. So that's kind of where we stand today. Look, the market is doing exactly what you and I said it would do. It really, really is here. Record. It's not going to stop. More easy money. The economy's coming apart. The faster that happens, the higher the market's going to go. And with regard to, again, people, look, we all want to believe that our selected officials have our best interest in mind. Okay, maybe some of them do, whatever. But what is going to happen here, again, Dr. Susan Steffens, thank you for that. Kings, queens, dictators, monarchs, they don't run the economy. The economy is run by central banks. They control the money. They control the flow of cash, period, the end. That's just the way it goes. Well, in this case, you do have President-elect Trump really putting a boost behind cryptocurrency. I've never even seen anything like this before. We might even hit, what do we got? Just 2 weeks left in this month. We'll probably be at 115,000, maybe 120,000 by the end of the year with regard to Bitcoin. By the end of next year, 250,000 for Bitcoin. Eric Trump probably is correct here that we're going to see $1 million Bitcoin very, very soon. Come on. As the world is being taken off, the dollar, and the dollar is becoming obsolete. You all know that, transitioned into this new system, being far removed from any kind of a constitutional money system, which we all want, which we're not going to get. I mean, it's just not going to happen in any way, shape, or form. And ignore the nonsense. Well, this state is doing this, and this state's talking about doing that. We've heard it before. This is nothing new. It's not going to happen. It will not be allowed to happen. So just take advantage of this. Look, man, I don't like to play this game. Believe me, I used to love this game. You have no idea how much I used to love it. Now I feel like it's poisonous. And we not only, people like me used to do this because it was fun. And it's kind of lost its luster in many, many ways. It's really not fun anymore. It's become a matter of survival. And that sucks, man. When something becomes work, the markets were not work for me ever. It was always a place where I would find entertainment, really, play the game of seeing where cash moves around, where it's most likely to go. And because of that, I got to build a pretty strong foundation and educated myself on this system. Okay. All that is still in play. We know the game here. The game is going to be the same. It's not going to stop, which means we don't change a damn thing. The beautiful thing that you and I think about it. A lot of guys who are investors, they flip around a lot. Me, you and I've been locked on for years and years. Buy the dips in the stock market. The stock market's going higher. Add to your positions with regard to commodities. Silver, my favorite asset of all time. Gold, platinum, palladium. You all know this here. Gain exposure to commodities across the board. Exchange traded funds or ETFs. I put out multiple publications about which ones you guys and girls should look into in my newsletter, free to everybody. Link in the description of this video. On my website, I got a stock screener, which I set up for all of you. It's 100% free, a charting system. I mean, everything I do is for you guys and girls. It's true. It's all free. Go check out my website. Link in the description of this video. Anyway, with regard to, look, so we're not going to change nothing. We've been buying the dips. We're going to continue to do that. We can expect a lot more easy money from the central, epic sums of easy money pumped into this market as the world economy contracts further. They're going to balloon the money supply. Debts and deficits going to go out of control. Again, when you hear talk about tariffs, paying down the debts or the deficits, just like these freaking UFOs, it's a lie, okay? It's a lie. It's not going to happen. It's the same playbook we heard last time, which I called out at the time. You don't believe I did it? Go check out the videos. When we were promised during the last tenure of the illustrious one, Trump, that we were going to pay off the debt in 2 years, that the deficit was going to shrink, what happened? Not only the polar opposite, but exponentially way worse. We're going to see the same thing now. Who's going to make up the difference in the debts and deficits? Who's more than willing to do that? Well, of course, it's going to be the Federal Reserve. And I love and I talked to you about this morning. We're going to cut trillions of dollars from government spending. Really? Whatever they cut, true or not, it's going to be the Fed making up the differences in the debts and deficits. It's just taking cash from here and moving it over there. It's another deception. You think I'm going to be wrong on that one too? Let's see how that plays out, everyone. I think Greg knows the financial system pretty good. Yeah, I think I do. And I think you do too. In fact, I know you do. All of you out here. Anyway, that's kind of it, man. I don't even know what else to talk about anymore. So is there anything what did I write here? Oh, obviously, like I said, going back to this fantastic news here, this is obviously a deception from the FBI and the DHS here. And again, this is what they think of us. Everything is fine. There's no threat. They don't know a thing about it. But it's all good. And we have to trust this. It's just, I don't know. How many times do we have to be lied to before people start taking to the streets? I don't know. I really don't know. But at least, like I said, let's give credit where credit's due. Trump is telling us, the illustrious one is telling us that something's wrong. All right. And at least you got to give the guy credit for that. Yeah, Joe, trust has been broken for a long time. Long time. What did I get Coco for Christmas? He's going to get his usual little treats and stuff like that. He loves these little stuffed, they actually look little stuffed dogs. I don't have any around here. I'd grab you one. And he tears them apart all over the house. The funniest little thing. I will bring out Coco. I promise you guys. He's floating around out there somewhere. Anything particular before we get out of here you guys and girls want to cover? I like this poll here. So I wrote, when the government says something is safe and effective, no risk, what's your first thought? The first thing that pops into your head. 5% of you believe it's true. Okay. 90% say it's a deception. It's a lie. I happen to be in that 90% camp, so I didn't vote in this, but that would be where I would be. And the other, I don't know what other actually means here, but anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at here, people. We'll see. It's a beautiful thing. How to buy Bitcoin? It's so simple right now. PayPal. You could buy it through PayPal if you. I mean, I've personally been using Coinbase for a very, very long time. I'm not saying like I hate to promote anything. I don't want to promote nothing. I want people to look into their. I've used Coinbase. I've never had a problem with Coinbase. I did have a problem. I wish I could remember. I used to use before Coinbase, long, 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 long while back. I actually got robbed. I told all of you about it when it happened. This is years and years ago. So that was a loss. It wasn't much. It wasn't a little either. It was probably like about maybe 8,000, 8,500 bucks or so in crypto. It just poof, gone magic. Couldn't get it back. Whatever. Okay, whatever exchange. So use a name that you're familiar with. Look at the reviews. Try to talk to people. Ask a lot of questions here. But there's a lot out there, and you guys and girls should. But I mean, like, PayPal's been doing it. You can buy Bitcoin right from PayPal. I happen to trust PayPal, so that might be a place you guys want to look at here. With that said, guys and girls, I think we're it. I think we're kind of done. I don't know what else is there to any cold wallet. I think this. That's a pretty big question for you. A cold wallet is definitely a place that's good as well here. There's a lot of ways to keep this stuff safeguarded, but you have to understand, look, man, this stuff with cryptocurrency, I've already told you this. Yes, we're on an epic run, a run like we've never seen. Best form of silver? Yeah, sure. I love every kind of silver, man. Rounds, bars. There's no such thing as junk silver in my book here. But but you know, with regard to cryptocurrency and this run that we've had here, understand it's still the whales that are controlling the entire space. And they are cleaning up house here in a big, big way. And they can move it. So you must expect extreme volatility. I already told you, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin sell off 70%. Well, you got to be prepared for this kind of stuff here. Would it rebound? I believe it would. I don't think it's going to fall 70%, but we've seen it. The crypto space, individual coins, whatever, these things can be extremely volatile. And they take, look, man, these are long-term investments as well. These aren't things, look, yes, we've seen this epic run. It's almost supernatural, but what would you expect when you have the illustrious one here, who's become the biggest crypto advocate in the history of the world. Now he's telling everyone, I'm talking about Trump, telling everyone again today, and he's been saying it over and over, we're going to be adding this to the strategic reserves. I mean, people understand, and then other nations are going to follow suit. We're being moved, guys and girls. Listen, man, we're being moved into a completely new system. Is it going to take an alien invasion or a nuclear detonation, whatever it might be, the event again, they need an event to occur so dramatically, so absolutely off the wall to get people to accept it. I think it's going to be something dramatic. And again, realizing, look, guys and girls, please do your own research about what I'm talking. The system that we're in, debt-based system, this system operates in a perpetual deficit. It can never be filled. It's a black hole that keeps getting deeper and bigger and bigger, if that can even happen. I don't know. But this black hole must have reasons to pull more cash into existence out of nothing. And they'll come up with alien invasions, nuclear detonations, whatever they got to do to come up with a reason to spend. You understand? So all this talk about we're going to cut spending, we've heard this too. This is nothing new either. It doesn't happen. It can't happen. Let them tell you whatever they want. Realize with the poll, if it's coming out of a politician's mouth, it's a lie. If they're breathing, it's a lie. You understand? I hope you get it. But that's the truth here, Jeffrey. Thank you again. Exactly. They need a new excuse every freaking day to sell us something, first of all, that we don't freaking need. Okay. We got to do this. We got to do that. Create fear. Who knows what they're going to, whatever this is here. This is some kind of a crisis, obviously. Look, man, they want people afraid. A lot of people are afraid, and a lot of people are pissed off, like me and you. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want to be treated like like an infantile entity here. But that's what they think we are. You need proof? Go read the statement. Go look it up. This is in your inbox. This is a direct quote from the FBI and the DHS. It's unbelievable. They really think that we are dumbed down, moronic imbeciles that are nothing but a means to an end. Doesn't that bother you? It bothers me. But they're not done. I've been telling you they're not done for what seems to Greg Mannarino like 1,000 years. We're going to see things moving forward that you're not going to believe moving forward. Blame, assigning of blame, true or not, on whatever they have to throw in front of us to create a reason for us to have to spend on this and spend on that. People, you know what the key is here? The key is very simple. We could end the Fed like that if we could prevent them from issuing a single dollar of debt or transitioning us into this new system. Do you realize what I'm talking about here? This new system is again going to be a debt-based system. Anyway, man, it's an incredible thing to see what they're doing here. Whatever. It's insane. We could finish this if we were really, like, for example, today when Trump came out, we're going to be adding cryptocurrencies. If we were adding gold, tons of it, to our strategic reserves here, first of all, the Federal Reserve wouldn't know what to do with itself. They would go, oh! I mean, it would be a massive roadblock to their transitioning us into the new system here, but it can't happen. Nothing will stand in that way. I want you to understand that. Nothing. I wish we were going back to a constitutional money system. We're not. We're being further removed every freaking single day. And I don't know what they're going to do again. First of all, they got to mainstream cryptocurrency first. They're going to mainstream cryptocurrency. They have to make people comfortable with blockchain technology. Once they do that and people are comfortable, people trust it, and then accept it, then comes the rollout of the new system. But they have to mainstream crypto first. That's why you're going to see, in my opinion, I don't know when you're going to hear from more and more nations. They're going to start doing the same thing. Again, America, what you used to be the United States of America, which whatever it is now, yet to be defined, we're leading the way to the new system. And it shouldn't surprise anyone. Why would the United States be leading the way? Because the Fed wants to keep the world reserve currency, no matter what it is. So this is why the U.S. is leading the way forward. Why they had to get the biggest crypto advocate on the face of the earth to sit behind the Resolute desk. Understand? Does it make sense to you at all? No, I'm not looking silver today. I'm looking at it, though. Looking at it. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff here. Pork roll. Are you out there? My buddy Pork Roll gave me this. Pork Roll, if you see him anywhere, he's the lead vocalist of our band. Yeah, Greg's in a band. Greg's in a rock band. It's good stuff, man. Anyway, hopefully we get to start playing out maybe sometime next year. I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys and girls. I think, yeah, exactly. Roger, I think you're on target with this. I'm just answering here. I think we're going to get a rate cut. Central banks are hell-bent on doing this. They're going to keep artificially suppressing rates. They're going to destroy, and suck out the purchasing power of the currency. But remember what you're going to see. Again, the Dixie, or the relative strength of the dollar, which everyone's focused on. Oh, look at the dollar. It's strong. The dollar's getting stronger. It's not getting stronger. It's a deception. Again, could you imagine a deception in this? Who would lie to you? There's no deceptions going on here. But it is. It's a grand deception. The dollar's going to, no, it's not. Central bank issued notes are evaporating. They're losing purchasing power. Henceforth, why we're seeing inflation all over the world. You understand? That's it, man. But you can't know this stuff. Most people can't even define what inflation is. They hear the word, they think they know what it is, but they have no clue. You notice they stopped using the word hysteria? I pay attention to certain things. When this, just up until maybe the day before yesterday, they were using the word hysteria. hysteria with regard to the UFOs. Again, hysteria. They were trying to tell us that we have a mental disorder. Hysteria. People, look this up for yourself. It's a mental disorder. So they're trying to say the population, whoever's reporting these things, they're not seeing it. It's not really there. They're hysterical. They have a mental disorder. But that word got stripped out. You don't hear it no more. It's so interesting how they play these games with us. They really think that we are worthless pieces of dung. I want you to think about that. It's unbelievable. But we're not. We're not worthless pieces of dung. Absolutely not. Exactly. All right, guys, it goes. We're kind of we're out of here. Love you from the heart with all I got. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and your support. People, let's do something about these thumbs up. I got over 1,300 people here with only 437 thumbs up. You got something out of here. I really appreciate it. I need your help to get these videos out there. Share them on your social networks. Talk about it. Place a comment. I love that. You know what it means. The algorithms pick up the videos. It gets it out there. The thumbs up, same kind of thing. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. We got each other's backs. They're not done. This UFO thing or whatever it might be, people, just remember what we have said since forever. Expect anything, even the unbelievable. This is kind of unbelievable, right? And this is nothing. This is nothing what they got ready for us. Again, we're nothing to them, but you know something? We are something. How do we get them to understand that? Maybe it'll change. But right now, I don't know, man. They just really, the way they treat us is it's not just insulting. It's deeply troublesome to me. And I think that's part of the psyop too. They want us to feel like that. First of all, they lull us into a sense of learned helplessness. In other words, we can't do anything. They've already divided us all. We are a conquered society. Wherever you are in the world, especially here in the United States, we've been divided just exactly where they want us to be. They have us by the throats and by the you know what, okay? The gonads. I can say gonads, right? And I think not only are they going out of their way to create fear, but they want us to feel like worthless. Again, and that maybe leads right into that, maybe into the sense of learned helplessness, like we can't do anything about anything anymore. It's going to be very interesting to see where this goes. But just remember, when these, whatever this is, or whatever else they got, there's going to be something else and something bigger and bigger and bigger. And the fact that we are in a liquidity crisis, meaning that cash is drying up, they got to find another mechanism, a way to pull cash into the system. Again, they're rapidly transitioning us into the new system. The bridge is, I would say the bridge is a quarter built right now, very, very rapidly. You know, I don't know, the rest of it into the new system. We're going to know when we start to see other nations adding, after the inauguration, okay, and Trump starts adding, however they're going to pay for it, Bitcoin, crypto to our strategic reserves. When we start to see other nations following suit, that really should start setting off some alarm bells that the bridge to the system is really getting complete, honestly. And when you start seeing, we accept Bitcoin here, we accept this here, we accept that, you already see it in some places. When you start seeing more of that and people start to transact in that, again, that's it. And that's what they want you to do. Why do you think they got you used to swiping and not using cash? We're going cashless. We all know that. It's going to be the same thing, transitioning us into the new system. And as people become more comfortable with it, I'm okay with it, blah, 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 blah. And, that's when they're really going to hit us. Honestly. Anyway, I think I'm speaking to the choir here with regard to it. It's just too easy to look and see this kind of stuff. But what I'm looking for, again, is obviously it really does appear that we're going to be adding crypto soon, very soon, to our strategic reserves. But when you start to see this and other nations do it, then you know that it's not too far off. And Lava's here. All right, guys, it goes. I will see you in the morning. I promise you. Please, people, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Again, thank you for being here. You're all awesome. And that's it. All right. See ya.